Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and thank you so much to Jane Street for sponsoring this video. Now, who are Jane Street? They're a quantitative trading firm, and they use techniques from machine learning, distributed systems, programmable hardware, and statistics to trade on markets around the world. The great thing about Jane Street is they're always hiring curious people in a variety of disciplines like quantitative trading, machine learning, software engineering, research, and much more. We know that they have hired people who have watched this channel before, so do think about that as a possible career path. No prior knowledge of finance is necessary to apply, because they'll teach you everything you need to know. Now, one of the tools that they use to teach new traders is a game that they've developed called Figgie. I think it's about 12 years old since it was created. It's a fast-paced card game that simulates the most exciting elements of markets and trading. And most of the skill in the game is in negotiating trades that will benefit both the buyer and the seller. So it really does replicate real life in some ways. Now, Jane Street has enjoyed playing this game so much that they even host an inter-office Figgie championship every year. And the love of the game has now led them to make Figgie available to play outside the Jane Street walls. And it's an app that you can download on your phone to play, or on desktop. On the desktop, it's at figgie.com. You just need to look for Figgie, F-I-G-G-I-E, on the App Store or Google Play to get started. Now, there is a super helpful video tutorial and a detailed list of rules on the website, so you can learn how to play the game. And you can play it in learning mode while you get started, and then you can compete after that against friends or automatic players, the dreaded bots, and you can unlock achievements and win stuff. Now, you can't gamble real money, thank goodness, that way. So give it a try. I mean, it's very interesting, and thank you so much to Jane Street for helping us out. Now, that's definitely worth a mention. And also, I am going to briefly mention that this puzzle rather, the puzzle is called The Eye of the Storm by Ulrim, and Ul sent it to us before, obviously, Hurricane Melissa hit the Caribbean and left a swathe of destruction through Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Bermuda and the Bahamas, and elsewhere. And I mean, it's a very sad thing that natural forces can cause so much trouble. But I did think, should we rename the puzzle Whirlpool or something, or just not feature it? That seems very unfair to Ulrim. You know, Melissa didn't exist when Ulrim created the puzzle, so it gives us a chance to remember all those people who've been affected and to wish them absolutely the best. Very, very sad news from the West Indies, and we really hope that things get back to normal for everybody very quickly. Obviously, there have been some deaths as well. It's very sad. Our thoughts are with the people affected, but we are also going to look at this puzzle today and have a go at it. It's an intriguing set of rules. This was recommended by Potato Head. Now, Potato Head featured in our latest venture with Numberphile, who featured Simon on a video, and he talked about the Potato Head theorem, no less. And of course, Numberphile are also sponsored by Jane Street. Now, let's have a look at the rules. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. There's a non-consecutive constraint, so cells that are orthogonally adjacent cannot contain consecutive digits. You couldn't put a 3 and a 2 in these two cells. Then the grey lines are palindromes, which we do sometimes feature on the channel, but they're quite rare. So digits on a grey line read the same forwards and backwards, and that means that digit will be the same as this one, and those two will be the same, etc. And there's a fog rule, but we've only got one cell covered in fog, and that is obviously the eye of the storm. So correctly placing the first digits in the grid will reveal the hidden cell in the eye of the storm. I wonder how Ulrim can be so confident that we will see the same digits first as they did. Anyway, do give it a try on the first link under the video. There is also a link to play Figgie there, so do check that out. But I am going to restart my clock and say, let's get cracking now. And, oh my goodness, what on earth do we do? I hope this video isn't going to be a natural disaster. It's going to be a colouring puzzle, because how can we possibly know any actual digits in this? Certainly at first, it's really strange. Right, I'm going to colour this central box. Now, this is a great chance to reveal what I have now done, which is to create a deep purple and a pink, and nobody can argue with what I'm calling purple or pink anymore. Look at those. So I'm going to colour the whole central box, because obviously all the digits in it are different because of the rule about boxes having the digits 1 to 9 in. Now, this central cell looks like I've coloured it grey, but that's just fog at the moment. Now, let's just palindrome up and see what happens. So this 6-cell line obviously has yellow at the end, orange on the second cell, green on the third cell. And this one is very similarly, the center is between there and there. So this is red, that's light blue, and this is pink. Now, oh, these have got one cell on the palindrome. The center cell of a palindrome is useless to us because it doesn't reflect anywhere, so it can be any digit. So this is the kind of opening. I'm hoping this will lead to a deduction, but I don't know if it will. Maybe we could look at this long palindrome, which has 3 cells there. So let's just look at the first cell on it. Now, what can't this be? This can't be green. So look at these 2 cells. I wish I could. I mean, I'm just going to stick a small 1 in them. They're not the number 1, but just so you can keep an eye on those. Now, obviously, this digit, which repeats in those 2 places, cannot be green, orange, or either of the blues. And in this box, it can't be yellow or purple. But also in the central row, we've got one here, so it can't be light blue or grey. I know that middle cell is fog, but let's call it grey. So this 1 is either red or yellow, but I don't know which, and that's annoying. I'm going to colour it both colours as... Oh, no, hang on. No, I've used the wrong colours, sorry. It can't be those 4. It can't, let's colour them in the central box. Yellow and purple are in box 4, so it can't be those and it can't be those. So it's either pink or red. Okay, and there are 2 possibilities. I'm going to move on to the next cell. That is here and here. And this cell, let's get rid of the superscript, we don't need that. This cell sees these colours, and in the central box they are sitting here. And in the middle row it sees those colours. So this one, oh, I was going to say this one is either purple or blue. But in this box it sees purple. So this one is definitely dark blue. Oh, well, that's interesting. Right, let's move on to the third instance. Now, here we see pink, purple and green, but in that row we also see blue and yellow. And in this cell we're seeing obviously light blue and red. And we're also seeing orange. So this one must be what I'm calling grey now, but which is actually foggy in the centre, but it is grey. I've decided it's grey. Okay, well this is progress. Now, can we move on to the next one? Up here though, it doesn't see much. So here it sees all of these colours, and we can represent those in the central box by clicking grey, yellow and dark blue. Does I don't think these two cells definitely see light blue, orange or red anywhere. So I'm going to ignore them for now. I'm going to go to this cell, which is on the end of a different line and is there. Now this can't be any of these colours. So that involves blue, green and red. And up here it's also in a box with orange, so it can't be orange. Can it be purple? No. No, it can't be purple because here it sees that purple cell. So this one must be bright blue, light blue. Oh, I could have done that by Sudoku if I'd spotted that. Right, let's carry on because this is working a little better than I'd expected, if I'm honest. This one sees those in the central box. This one sees those two. What other colours are covered? Oh, not many. This, oh, it sees pink in box 6, but it doesn't see purple, red or yellow anywhere. Oh, that's weird, and that's quite annoying. Oh, but maybe I could do Sudoku. So in this central column, I'm doing Sudoku with colours now. It just feels weird. But in this central column, we've used both blues, green, yellow, red, grey, pink. We've still got purple and orange to go. So that is a purple-orange pair. Right, this one is reflected there. Now, what has this seen in the central box? Red, yellow, blue, and in this row, it also sees pink and purple and light blue. Oh yeah, perfect. And here it sees orange and green. So this one must be grey. Here is the eye of the storm being reflected again. Now I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to help because it only sees 5 colours. I mean, at the start when I was doing these colours, seeing 5 colours was great. It sees those 5, which include those 2 from down here. It also sees red in the box, so that's out. And then in this cell, it sees pink in the box. Ah, and down here it sees purple in one of those 2. So this must be yellow. And now in this, oh, where does yellow go in the top box? It goes there. Right, we're getting somewhere. Now, these 3 cells are red, pink and purple. And 2 of them are on this line. That one sees pink and purple, so that one is red. And that's there. And that tells us that this part-coloured cell that we started with is pink. And this one is clearly purple, and that is purple. Oh, I'm loving this new colour. I don't know why it's taken me so long to palette up properly. Now, we've only got 2 colours to put into this row. One of them is orange. Ah, well, that can't be orange in the box. So that's orange. This one is green. That is, I find it much harder to cycle through the colours in my head. That's red. Maybe when I get used to this new palette, I'll find it easier. I was going to put green in here. That's wrong. What colour is this? Light blue. And then these 2 include orange and green. But I don't know which order. Now, they're reflected on their own palindrome. And then let's have a, oh, that's on a palindrome. I've just filled it in, so I can fill it in on the other end of the palindrome. Now, this column is looking interesting. We've had 6 colours, and they are green and orange as a pair, purple, yellow and red, and light blue. So the other 3 colours we have to fill in are pink, grey, and dark blue. That one can't be pink. That one can't be grey. Oh, bother. I've got one more palindrome cell. All of these palindrome cells are centers. They're no use to me. These two, however, are the same. And this one obviously sees all of these colors, which are red, orange, purple, light blue, grey and yellow. So these colors are pink, green and dark blue. And that one is not allowed to be dark blue, and it's not allowed to be green because that's in the box in one of those two cells. So this one is pink. Now, I've done all this, and this is great. Remember, we've still got fog in the central cell. And what I'm now starting to realize is I've got a problem. And I think it's the fog that's going to sort the problem out. Because what I'm thinking now is, how could this puzzle ever have only one solution? Imagine we revealed nothing under the fog. Obviously that won't happen because it's fog and it's there for a reason. But imagine we revealed nothing, an empty cell. Then if you took the final grid, whatever it's meant to be, and you subtracted each cell from 10, you'd have another grid that still wouldn't disobey the non-consecutive rule, and it would still obey the palindrome rule in exactly the same way. So there must be something in this central, in the eye of the storm, that is actually going to reveal what we can do. Oh, by the way, here's the first thing we can do, is we can put pink in column 3. It's got to be there because that one sees that cell. So what were the remaining two colours? I've started talking and forgotten. I don't actually know how we're ever going to get numbers into this, or how we're ever going to get the first digits that reveal the fog, but there are possible things we could do, and I don't know how to do them. But first of all, let's just think we've got dark blue to put in this column and grey, and no reason why those two should be either one or the other. It's not impossible that this is about as far as I can realistically get with the information provided. And now I'm going to think about numbers. So what I'm now thinking is the non-consecutive rule is the only thing we've got that can do anything about numbers at all. Now, how that might work in this puzzle is that there might be a cell somewhere that is adjacent to 8 other colours. And then that colour can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Okay, I'll try and explain that in a moment, but let's try, I could try grey, but it's a bit marginalised outside the central box. I'm going to try yellow. Yellow in this box sees red, green, grey and purple. I mean, when I say sees, what I mean is it neighbours them. And therefore yellow cannot be consecutive with any of those. Now also, yellow can't be consecutive with blue or orange up here. Oh, actually, or light blue. So I can rule, and there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Yellow was the perfect colour to choose. Okay, I've got lucky there. Because what I've just proved is, okay, let's do it again. Here, yellow is touching those 4 colours. Up here, it's touching those 3. So there are 7 other colours that yellow cannot be consecutive with. And I'm telling you that that stops yellow from being anything other than 1 or 9. Yellow is extreme because it must touch. Sorry, yellow is consecutive with at least 1 other digit, but the only digit it's now allowed to be consecutive with is pink. That's the only cell in the puzzle it doesn't neighbour. And therefore, yellow must be 1 or 9, because there aren't 2 neighbours. Like 2 has 2 consecutive neighbours, 1 and 3. Yellow can't be 2. Because pink would have to be both 1 and 3 to not touch it. So yellow is extreme. Yellow is 1 or 9. Pink is the digit consecutive to yellow that doesn't touch it. So yellow is 2 or 8. pink is 2 or 8. Now we're going to analyse what does pink touch, and I'm really hoping it touches 6 digits in this puzzle. Is that the right number? Yes. If it touches 6 digits, then pink is the colour itself, that's 7, and then yellow and its other neighbour, which is 3 or 7, will remain. So, what colours does pink touch? It touches, well, in this central box, it clearly touches those purple, grey and green. Up here it touches red, so I'm going to highlight red in the central box. Here it touches light blue. Pink here does dark blue, so that's gone. And that's what we needed. That's the 6 colours. Right, pink itself is pink, obviously, and we knew it touched yellow. So the one other digit that it can be consecutive, well, we knew it was consecutive with yellow already. The one other digit it can be consecutive with is orange. And that must be the next number in the sequence that we started with yellow and then pink. So orange, oh bother, orange is either 3 or 7. The reason I say bother is because of the uncertainties with purple here and with green here. I don't know what orange does touch everywhere. So I've only got these 3 instances to work off, but let's try it. So this orange clearly touches those 3 digits in the central box. This one is touching red and purple. But this one is not adding, oh, it's touching yellow. Oh, that's good. Orange, obviously itself is orange, and we knew it was consecutive with pink. Now we know the other colour it's consecutive with, the one remaining in the central box, it's light blue. And that is in our sequence. That is 4 or 6. Now, why I'm getting excited is because we are approaching the centre of the string of Sudoku digits, which is obviously 5. And the reason I'm getting excited is because I believe that if we can place a 5 in the grid, it might tell us what the central cell is. When I was starting, I was wondering, does the central cell in this sort of puzzle have to be a 5? I'm almost certain the central cell is not a 5 now. Also, we may not reveal a digit when we get the central cell. We may reveal another, well, it won't be a palindrome. We might reveal something that gives us information in some way. Anyway, right, we're going to do the same exercise all over again with light blue. Oh, we don't have to do much. We've already had these digits. Light blue must be consecutive with 5 and must therefore not touch it. Well, in the central box, it's only those digits that it touches. We're only left with these 2 that could be 5. So somewhere in the box, yes, light blue touches dark blue there. So green is 5. That is my conclusion. I'm going to put 5 in these cells, and I'm really going to hope it said correctly placing the first digits in the grid will reveal the hidden cell in the eye of the storm. So I'm really hoping this does reveal something in the eye. There we go. Yes. Oh, that's lovely. What a lovely puzzle, Ulrich. No wonder Potato Head liked it. We get a 2 in the centre. Now we know that pink is not 2. So we know we were starting from the high end of the digits. And pink is 8. I mean, we can just fill these in. Pink is 8. Yellow is 9. Orange is 7. Oh no, hang on. I can't. I've highlighted all the part-coloured oranges. Right, orange is 7. Light blue is 6. And we're obeying the negative constraint about non-consecutive, because nowhere does 5 touch 6, 6 touch 7, 7 touch 8, or 8 touch 9. And now, I mean, I could almost get rid of the colours. I'm not going to yet. But now we have to look for the digit that can be 4. And it can't be blue, which touches 5. What else touches these greens that we haven't filled in? Oh, only dark blue. Oh, we've got this 2. This 2 is grey, isn't it? In the central box, I can restore the fog. Sorry, that's obvious. So the greys become 2. And now what? Oh, they don't touch much either. Oh, the remaining digits we have to attribute to blue, dark blue, red and purple are 1, 3 and 4. That pair cannot be 4 and 3 because they'd be touching. So one of them is a 1 and that means this purple is 3 or 4. And 1 is either red or blue. So one of these, this is, I mean, we could fill in 1, 3 and 4 in all of these colours. I don't quite understand how that's going to disambiguate it. Now, orange and green, that's a 7-5 pair. Right, that is resolved here because 8 is not allowed to touch 7. So we can write in 5, 7, 7, 5, and then I should work out the colours. That goes orange, they go green. What about this pair? Orange and purple. Oh, well, orange is 7, so that can't touch 8 again, and that's here. And now this is going to do it. This is going to reveal what this digit is, because it can't be 1 or 3, because it's touching 2. So this purple is 4. Oh, I could have done that up here, because this digit had to be 1 to chaperone 4 and 3 away from each other. I didn't see that. Right, now we've got 4. Look, that's touching red, which can't be 3. So red is 1, blue is 3. Now I am going to get rid of all the colour in the grid because I'm now just solving a non-consecutive Sudoku. And let's try and do that. These are a 3-5 pair. No, the non-consecutive rule doesn't tell me. This is a 2-3 pair. Again, it's not obvious to me how to do that. Right, let's have a look at this digit, which sees 758192. It's therefore 3, 4 or 6. This one is better. 693158 it sees. It's not allowed to be 2 because it's next to 1. So that's 4 or 7. This is 1, 7 or 9. Now somewhere around this section that I've got filled in, I will hit on a digit that has only one possibility, but it's not here. I didn't try this at first because I didn't think it would probably be the one. Oh, but hang on, 3, 5, 8, 7. It also can't be 2 or 4 because of proximity to 3, or 9 because of proximity to 8. So that is 6 or 1. Not quite enough. This is 2, 4 or 9, but it's not allowed to be 9. Okay, I'm going to try them all. This one is 3, 4, 5 or 8, but it's not allowed to be 3. This one has a lot of possibilities, but it's not allowed to be 5. 7, 1, 6, 3, 8, 5 in the box. This is 2, 4 or 9, but none of them are prevented by the 7. 7, 1, 6, 5, 8, 2. Ooh, that was close. 3 or 9. It can't be 4 because of this. Now is this, I'm going to do these last two. Actually, this is quite interesting because it touches that 8. 7, 3, 6, 8, 5, 4, 2. This is the one. This is where to go. It's because this sticks out into the box, isn't it? So this sees 7, 3, 6, 5, 8, 4, 2. By Sudoku, it's 1 or 9, but it's not allowed to be a 9 because of that 8. So this is a 1. Now this can't be a 2 in the box because it's touching the 1. This digit is 3, 6 or 9 by Sudoku. And what's this? 2, 8, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 4 or 6. Now there must be something happening here. Yeah, that can't be 1. I don't know. The 1's in the box, sorry. That is a 3, 4, 6, 9. None of these can be 2. Because of that 2 and this one not being allowed to be 2 next to the 1. So this is 2. That's now 3. I'm hoping this is going to get this done. But it's not. So let's look at this cell now, but it might be more helpful. 6, 3, 7, 1, 8, 5. Not allowed to be 2 or 4 because of the 3. So that's 9. And that isn't. This one now sees 9, 3, 7, 5, 8, 2. It's 1, 4 or 6, but it's not allowed to be 1 or 6. So that's 4, And now we're going to finish that row straight away. I was trying to type a 6 there, failed. This one can't be 1. This column is done. Oh, I haven't filled in these possibilities. 1, 5, 8, 4, 2, and 3. This is 6, 7, or 9. This one, 8, 2, 7, 9, 1, 3, 5. This is 4 or 6. There only seems to be one place for 2. Oh yeah, look, I've got 4 2s looking into box 9. So that's a 2. 6 must be in one of these 2 cells in this column, and therefore 7 can't be in them as well, or it would be touching 6. So that's not a 7. 7 must be in one of these 2. Ah, they're not resolved. That's so annoying. Right. That can't be 2 anymore. 3, 9, 4, 5, 8. Is there some pair, trio, or quadruple going on there? Not really, but 8 is in one of these 2 cells, so 9 can't be. So that's not a 9. That can't be a 3, 4 pair. So one of those is 9, and that's not 9. Ah, goodness. Something like this is gonna finish us off, but I don't know what it is. There's a 1 in one of these 2 cells. Oh, there are 4 1s looking into box 9, just like there were 2s. So 1 is there. 4, 8, 3, 1, 2, 7, 4, 6. I don't know. That's 5 or 8. Let's just look at the candidates. That's 3, 5, or 9. This one is 3 or 9. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting because I think that's 3 or 9. It sees 1, 5, 8, 4, 2, 6, 7. Yes. This can't be both. This can't be an 8, 9 pair. So one of those is 3. And therefore this isn't 3. Now this can't be a 9, 8 pair, so one of them is 5. And that means this is not 5, it's 3 or 7. This is not 5, it's 4, 7, or 8. But we must be able to do something. Oh, it can't be 7 because it's next to 6. So we've reduced every cell to 2 possibilities. Only one of the cells has a possible 3 in it. And that's because we got a 3 there. So that's a 3. Can't sit next to a 4. And now we can unwind the whole box. And then we'll be able to finish off the puzzle. Beautiful puzzle. So clever. You can see why Potato Head liked it. And Ulrim has every right to be proud of this. This is a 4, 5, 7 triple. But the 7 has to be chaperoning the 4 and 5 away from each other. They mustn't touch because they might be naughty. Then we get a 6 in this row. And up here we've got a 1, 5 pair that are resolved by Sudoku, a 2, 7 pair similarly in the next row. That 4 is looking, and we do get a 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. And then we finish off with a 9 and a 4, and that is a lovely puzzle. Very clever stuff from Ulrim. Solved quite a lot, so it's been popular, and one can understand why. I'm sure you have to do it by colour. I'm 100% certain you have to do it by colouring and then probably by that consecutive apparatus. I'm certain that you do, and you get those 3 5s. It's very clever. I mean, that's the sort of thing that we love to see on the channel. So don't forget Figgie, give it a try if you've got the chance, and thanks so much again to Jane Street for sponsoring the video. Absolute pleasure to be with you, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.